Okay. Hey, we're live. I am so thirsty. I've been going. And just really trying to prepare for June. I've done all this numbers crunching and math and all that good stuff. And I'm really excited to share it with you all. Oh my goodness. This is going to be meaty. Okay. So those of you who are in my unit, hopefully you were able to jump on Facebook. If not, of course, in our private group, that 30 minutes, it was about 25 minutes that I shared from my heart with you on there. And so now we're going to transition to some meat and potatoes. And what we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about, I really feel bad that I've spent time in this arena, like on this topic with you guys, but I almost feel like I wish I would have gone into detail sooner. I think sometimes you don't realize what isn't clicking with people, and I really feel like this is going to be a game changer for a lot of you. I'm big on sharing why I do what I do. So the why behind everything, you've heard that before, and I hear it a lot of time in speakers training, talking about what was the difference in the buy-in for people, and it's because they knew why you do something. So I'm going to share with you why we always focus so much on skincare. Like, we have a lot of products on our line, right? We have fragrances, we have body care, we have color cosmetics and all of those different things. But why is the emphasis on skincare so much? Well, I'm just going to kind of give you a couple things, before I go into this. And I think some of you know this already, but one is, they've put a lot of science behind our skincare because we found out early on that was our niche. Like, that was going to be our niche. And in fact, years ago, when I was a consultant the first time, so this was 30 some years ago, we had hair care and nail care. So we had hair care, nail care, body care, sunscreen, men's stuff, color. I mean, we had a lot, right? And in the beginning days, Mary Kay tells a story of how they had wigs. Over time, we had vitamins at one time. We branched into a gifting part. I don't know if any of you were around back then. And so finally we realized, you know what? Any temptation to detour off into nutrition or into hair care, nail care, all that kind of stuff, we're just not going to do it. Skincare is our niche. That's where we're going to invest most of our science, our studies, and all of that, because what we know is, first off, the company started with the skincare. I mean, Mary Kay bought the original products from a hide tanner, right? You know the story. And it was the basic skincare. And so we need to stay true to that. Also, that is really the most lucrative part of our industry, because hair care, you're going to buy at a salon because she cuts your hair, she colors your hair. Of course, she's going to tell you all the products she used on your hair. So that makes sense to get your hair care there. And then your nail products, most people get their nails done now, but any nail polish you're going to buy cheap at the drugstore, or you're going to get it at the nail salon, right? So we do little nail things here and there, but not a whole. We used to have a whole big nail set. Color cosmetics we're going to do because it's such a great added part of, and very important part of, once you get your skin in shape, right? But skincare, that's where your bread and butter is. That's, when we stick to that, and we can give them full service skincare, all of the different types of skin. I mean, talk about how we have gotten, the company's done an amazing job to put us on the map. People can't compete with us because most skincare companies, they don't have all the variety we have. We're known for this. We're known for this. They have a pocket of the industry, but they don't have the full skincare choices regime line that we have. They don't have all of it. So that's, again, set us apart. And one of the biggest reasons is because we want that niche. We want to dominate in that niche. So how do you be the best? You cover it all. We want to be the best. The other is it's consumable, goes down the drain. You make more money because people reorder. There's a loyalty to that. There's not a loyalty to lipstick. You know all that. We talk about it at our skincare classes. So why aren't we focusing more on that? I think some of you are, but I think sometimes we try to find these fun things to do with some of the other products when those are just add-ons. Those are add-ons for customers you have on the skincare. Or if someone's just not going to get on the skincare because they like what they're using or whatever the case may be, then fine, we have other things to offer. But the focus, and I want to put my energy, my expertise in skincare. And I'm not going to piecemeal. I'm not going to just sell them a cleanser. I'm going to find out if they only want a cleanser, I want to know why. And if for some reason they are adamant and they just want the cleanser, I'll either not sell it to them because I really think it's going to be a problem, or I'll sell it to them and be like, listen, I can't guarantee it. You could buy it. Can't guarantee it. I can't guarantee it's going to work with that, whatever you're going to put it with. But, more power to you. But anyway, the whole point is have a buy-in to the skincare. Learn it, know it. I have a recording on all the skincare products, except for a couple of the new things like the peel and the charcoal mask. But most of it, the system, the line, all, botanical, clear proof, all that is on my recording. It's audio on my website and my app. So you can learn what I have found using the products out in the field. Okay, so let's get to it. How do you do that? How do you build a really good customer base? Because many of you may say, well, I sell skincare, but they're not reordering it. Or, I'm having a hard time selling skincare to everybody at my parties. Well, you're not going to sell it to everybody at your parties. But if you're not selling it to most of the people at your parties, then there's a problem. So here I'm going to give you the backdrop of how to sell more skincare. Then I'm going to give you the specifics, the backdrop. First off is everything starts with a relationship. When you can start to forge a relationship with someone right at the booking process, then they're more likely to trust you and buy from you. So how do you do that? You build a relationship by, one, live conversation. If you textbook, I would at some point say, do you have a quick minute where I can explain to you the details? And I can call you and give you the details. Most of the time, once you've booked them or once they are open to booking, they're open to talking to you. And be respectful and keep it to a minute. So know what you're going to say. And you say to them, this is very customized for your clients. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste their time. I want to be prepared. And so I need to ask them a few questions. What would be best? Should I shoot you a text of the questions and you can forward to them and give me their answers? Or should I give you a link to give to them so that they can answer the questions on the link, and that way that data comes to me directly? I mean, that's the easiest thing to do on one of those, what they call monkey something. I mean, there's a lot of those kind of links that you can give them that has, even Google Docs. One of your tech savvy friends can show you how to do that. But the whole point is live conversation. Second thing is offering to do this live face-to-face. I'm going to tell you something. I was just listening to another case study that says relationship is everything. We're wired that way. So the people out there that are only selling online or doing on the go through samples and books, they do not have the loyalty. And eventually the bottom's going to fall out because people are going to go somewhere else. There's no loyalty. Somebody else is going to come around with a better product, a better offer. They can get it quicker. And with the relationship and interaction live, even your interviews, when you do them live, they are more likely to trust you on the next step when it comes to recruiting. The next step that you take them in the process of being a new consultant, they're more trusting. Same thing with the skincare. You sell it to them face-to-face, and then they hear you live on the phone, they're more likely to reorder when you call about reorders instead of just texting. The other thing is, and I just discovered this, and this is, again, studies show, sorry, my nose is itchy, is after you sell them the skincare and you close, you do your individual close, shake their hand or give them a hug, depending on the person. And if you say, this has been so great to get to know you, and hug, or if it seems formal at a skincare class to shake hands, but if for some reason they're not huggers, you can just grab their hand and pat their hand and say, it was so great to get to know you, and I'm really looking forward to servicing you and your skincare needs. That locks in a relationship. She trusts you. It's a chemical thing that's released. Again, you want to build that trust relationship. Handwritten notes, thank you notes after the party. I know this is a little extra, but if you can and when you can, write a little note, makes a big difference. Okay. Now, at your parties, oh, no. Before I get to that, because I'm going to do the nitty gritty there. Let me get to another overarching theme. Giving rewards to your clients. So finding ways to reward them for their next order. So let's say they get started on the skincare at a party. You could have a coupon in the Miracle Set that says when you reorder 2 pieces of the set, you get the third one, you get $10 off, whatever. I don't know. But the whole point is offering something at the reorder. Now, we have the gift with purchase. So when they reorder, you give them a gift with purchase. So that is, again, it's rewarding them for coming back again. And that initial purchase, they're already getting a special. They shouldn't be getting a gift also, by the way, okay? All right, so, and then once they buy the skincare, also giving them the order of application insert. Make sure that they have something that guides them. Don't have them have to ask you for an order of application instructions, because they get home with the bag, and most of the time, a lot of times they don't use it because they don't remember how to use it, or it's overwhelming. They're looking at it and they're like, So make sure that you give that to them, or text to them after 2 days on their 2-day checkup. Make that's my 2-day checkup is, hey, just making sure that you've cracked open those bottles and you're using them. Here's a reminder of the order of application. Hit me back and let me know how you're loving your skincare. So it's that checkup after 2 days or a thank you note goes a long way. Keeps them to you, okay? So, and then of course you do a 2-week checkup and 2 months. So 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Write that down if you're brand new and you didn't know that. You really want to check on your clients 2 days to make sure they're using it, 2 weeks to see if there's any kind of an issue or a breakout. You're not going to say, is everything okay? No, you're going to say, hey, how are you loving your skincare? Have you been using it? And if they say, yeah, but I broke out, it's better to catch it within those 2 weeks before they start telling everyone they break out from Mary Kay and they never buy it again. So you always want to check on them after 2 weeks. And then of course, 2 months, they probably start running out of stuff. All right, so now let's talk about increasing the initial sale. When you're at your parties, how many of you have a bunch of sets? You bring the sets with you to your party. So if you pre-profile or you didn't pre-profile, you found out their skin type, and I usually will have 2 to, depending on the size of the party, but if there's going to be about 3 to 5 people, I have 3 roll-up bags made up. And I have 2 Ultimate Miracle Sets, which is what's in the roll-up bag, but I have them in the actual Miracle Set bag so that way if they order any piece of it and they don't get the whole roll-up, but they get portions of it, I have them individually. Because in my roll-up bag, the way I've set up my roll-up bag is I take everything out of the boxes, put it all in the roll-up bag without the boxes, and then I flatten the boxes, and I have 1 Ziploc of 1 set of boxes. I throw all the other boxes away. You know why? I ask them, do you want the boxes? And they say no. But at least I have one for that one person that may, which has never happened to me, want the boxes. Okay, because legally, we're supposed to give them the boxes. So that's why I ask. I show the roll-up bag with the products in it they're not in the boxes. You don't show the roll-up bag with the boxes in it because the eye buys. So I may pack my bag with the boxes in the Miracle Sets and all that. In the roll-up bag, I take it out of the boxes, but whatever. If you put in the boxes for what you're going to hand to them, fine. But when you're showing your roll-up bag, you make sure that the product is outside of the boxes. They're clean. They're not demos. The roll-up bag is clean. Try to keep them in a plastic bag so they're covered, so that when you roll it out, it is pristine. And it is, it's like, I can see those products in my bathroom. Okay, you want it to be the eye buys. So that's why clean roll-up bag, fresh clean roll-up bag to show. I have then an Ultimate Miracle Set with all the products out of the boxes on the front of the table. You see it in my videos, but some of you aren't doing that. Why? Okay, you have the roll-up bag to show at the close. That's off to the side. I don't want them to see that because it'll ruin my clothes, right? I want my full Ultimate Miracle set and eye makeup remover in front, and I'll have the charcoal mask now. And this is where I go, okay, right now you are using the cleanser. Now, if I show the eye makeup remover, I'll say, here's our eye makeup remover. It's the #1 eye makeup remover out there. It's rated every year. It's always, this is what I say to them in my normal voice. You got to talk in your normal voice because then you're girlfriends. When you're talking your little machine voice, you're the Mary Kay lady. So when you talk in your regular voice and you go, this eye makeup remover is in magazines every year is the #1. I mean, I have people stop me all the time and go, I love your eye makeup remover. It's, you know why? Because it doesn't burn your eyes, takes your eye makeup off quickly, doesn't have a greasy after feel at all. It's like amazing. Gets your eye makeup, you press, let it sit, wiggle, take it off. It's like so great. See how non-scientific that is? We get way too scientific. I learned this a long time ago in a sales class, and it was something I already did because it was logical to me, and that is you're selling them on the feeling they're going to get when they're using the product, not what's in it and what it does. Obviously, it takes your eye makeup off. So I tell them, you know what you're going to love about this? You know how you're going to feel? You're not going to feel greasy. It's not going to burn your eyes. You know how some burn your eyes? It's not going to burn your eyes. And you don't have to tug. Press, wipe, dissolve, crazy. Okay, so now I do not shake the eye makeup remover when I'm showing it because then it gets cloudy and it looks used and dirty. So I hold it here and I go, here's the eye makeup remover. It's awesome. You shake it up. Nothing's in this hand. You shake it up. So I'm showing them, but I'm not shaking it. So I want it to stay pretty, okay? So I talk about that and I set it down. Then I go, okay, now here's the cleanser. The only thing I say about I don't say it has I say, cleanser is multitasking. It does 3 things. Cleanse, mask, tone. Do you understand that people get more, they visual, audio, okay, and then feeling, experience, okay? That's how they're gonna hear you when they get to do all 3. If you are talk, eventually you are wah, they heard nothing. So cut out the words. 3-in-1 cleanser, it's amazing. Cleanse, mask, tone, all in one step. Is that crazy? Cleanse, mask, tone. You do different intonation. Now, of course, you can't be as strange as me, thank God, but you do want to be simple. And that's the part that I want to express. Talk to them like they're your girlfriend. Try to have a tone that's relaxed and that it does fluctuate in different moments so that you can catch their attention. Their eye makeup remover. 3-in-1 cleanser. You feel the beads? Mm-hmm. It's burst in vitamins and it's exfoliating. Feel that? Yep. Awesome. Those vitamins, A and E, help to produce collagen. Collagen is what makes your skin soft and smooth. We're going to talk more about that in a second. Feel good? Great. Okay, let's take it off. Okay, now, wham, we're going to talk about the microdermabrasion or the charcoal mask, whatever. So again, it's brief, a few benefits that they get that this is what this, okay, the other thing, so benefits, this is what this does. Awesome. The other thing is that you have to tell stories. I don't know why you're leaving out the stories. When I'm handing out the charcoal mask right now, I am getting incredible results and responses when I tell the turpentine story. If I just say, here's a charcoal mask, it pulls out the impurities and the toxins in your skin. They're like, well, I've used a million masks before. I heard charcoal's cool, the latest, greatest mask. Yeah, but why? Why is it so awesome? What makes it different? What are you going to see? What are you going to experience? Why would I be more excited about you? Why? Because it's the buzz. I read it in a magazine. They don't even know why it's the buzz. They're like, charcoal mask, it's cool. Yeah, but why? So you have to tell them why. Say, first of all, when you use a regular mask, it can clean your pores. Yes, it cleans your pores. What the charcoal mask does is it goes so deep and it cleans surface impurities and toxins that are far deep in your pores that it actually, your pores will get smaller because those impurities have stretched out your pores because they're able to pull those that are deep inside. And let me tell you a story. One of my consultant friends, her client, used the charcoal mask, and she said, oh my gosh, it stinks. Like, what's that smell? And let me tell you, it doesn't smell. The charcoal mask it doesn't smell. It's beautiful. It's a really nice smell, actually. She said, what do you mean? And the customer said, it smells like turpentine. And she was a painter. See, I'm telling you the story. I know you guys heard the story already, but I tell this every time I hand out the mask. I say it fast. I don't say like, and then she was, because they're not going to listen. So I say to them, I go, this is exactly what I say. This is an example of what you have to do at your skincare parties. You have to tell stories, right? So I say to them, I go, hi, listen, I'm with Mary Kay, and we just came out with a new charcoal mask. And I have this sample, I have this gift for you. You could try it. They're like, oh my gosh, cool, that's great. I love masks. Well, let me tell you about this and how it's different. It pulls the toxins and impurities out of your pores. I mean, it can pull out 100 times its weight in toxins. It can pull out. Now, let me tell you what that means, because I know that doesn't mean a whole lot to you. And I tell them the story. And then they're like, ew. And I'm like, I know. Isn't that so good? They're like, I'm going to use it tonight. I'm like, I know. It's so great. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to text you a little fact sheet so you can see more written about it. Okay, so let me text you that. And then I'll also check on you and see what you thought, because I need to get feedback on this mask. All right, cool. So what's your number? So I get their number. I text them the little fax pic. And then I say, hi, whatever. And I go, what's your name? And I said, okay, I'm going to type, hi, Susie. This is Cindy. Okay. All right, great. So the reason why they're so excited is because of the story. At first, they're like, oh, thanks, I like masks. Now they're going to use it. They're not just going to throw it on the bottom of the purse. They're going to remember the stories and analogies you use at your party. Practice them. I've heard people tell stories and they're not effective, or analogies and they're not effective, because they're not telling it like they're around a campfire telling a story to their friends. They're telling it like, and this is a mask. And let me tell you why it is so good. It's so good because, and we have this like boring persona about it. Now, you don't have to be animated and crazy like me. You really don't. But you have to express and have pauses at the right time. So practice it, because you're going to sell. If you're not selling skincare, I know you think I'm crazy and you're thinking that's why you're not selling sets, because you're not romancing it and focusing on it. And then they look in the mirror and they want a cream to powder eye color and a mascara. Instead, if you'll focus on the skincare in each step, moving it quickly so they don't feel like it takes forever to wash their face, because if you take too long, they're going to go, I'm never going to do this. So you have to move it along quickly. Keep it simple. Have a clean table. You don't have a whole bunch of stuff on your table. Some of you put together some beautiful tables that lose your sales because, again, the eye buys. And if it scans the table 100 million times and it can't focus on any one thing, they haven't been focusing on the skincare that's been sitting right in front the whole entire time. If that's all they're looking at, they're not looking at anything else pretty on the table, but they're only looking at the Ultimate Miracle Set sitting in front of them, and I'm romancing each one of them, all they're thinking about is this. But if you have a basket of other gifts and you have another display of a compact and you have some, they have not focused on any one thing that night. But when that's all that's there, it's like, skincare, skincare, skincare. That's all that's here, skincare. And we're programmed to buy. Women are 80% of the consumers in America. 80% of purchases are made by women. They are buyers. So if you're not selling this, it's because you are not repeating and simplifying and showing, telling stories. Simple roll-up bag. There's 3 options. There's the complete, there's the Miracle Set, there's the basic. That's it. The only other time I change that up is if I have a skincare party with people who are going to use repair. And if they're going to use repair, I'll do a Wampa Mama set, which has the repair set plus the peel. and the eye makeup remover or whatever. So that's a larger set. And then I would do the Ultimate Miracle set, which is my normal roll up. And then I would do the Miracle set. So those would be the 3 sets, but I would still show the basic on the bottom. And I have that set, closed set sheet. I'm going to post it on our private Facebook page. I'm going to post that my closed sheet so you can see simple. It's like voom, voom, voom. That's it. You have 3 choices. So when you do that, now they're going, okay, and a confused mind, they're not. They're like, you know what? I think I want 2 sets. I sell so much skincare, so much. It's never confusing, and my parties are like this because I'm that concise. There's no other chaos. No, I'm not showing them anything else. Once I close the party, so I show the roll-up bag, then I have them flip over their profile card and I have them ask those 3 questions. Now we have the close sheet. So if you want to use that and just have them fill it out, that's fine. But I find that if you'll verbally, with your voice, ask the questions, they respond better. And the 3 questions, as you know, is 1, out of the 3 sets I showed you, which would be the one you would want to take home tonight? Which would you want to take home? Now, this is not an order form, so I'm not saying that you're going to. What I want to find out is which one spoke to you, okay? So tell me what you're thinking. Would it be the bag? Would it be just 2 sets, which we'll call the Miracle set? Or would it be the basic, depending on which clothes sheet you're using, okay? And so then they write it down, bag, Miracle, or basic. You see how simple that is, you guys? And then at their second appointment, you let them know. This is when we're going to see, this is important. Keep that simple. Bag, Miracle, basic. I'll give you a second to write that down. Okay, great. Number 2. Do you hear in my voice how it's very systematic? Number 2, clear, simple. I owe you a second appointment. I always start that, okay? I owe you a second appointment. This is where I'm going to check on your skincare. If you get started on skincare, this is where you're going to have the opportunity to try a different kind of foundation where we're going to do a more customized color look. We could do highlighting. We could do contouring. We can do a little bit more at that second appointment. Couldn't do it at this one. That's why I owe you a second one, okay? All right, so you have an option of just doing it by yourself or you do it with friends. Da-da-da, me, free. Okay, so that's number 2. And then, of course, number 3 is hearing about the opportunity. And we'll cover that in another time. But this training is all in the basic. I hope that you got a couple of tips. I still got more for you. Okay, you ready? So you may need to think now about your skincare party and evaluate. Have I been too chatty? Where can I cut out? Just from hearing Cindy say a couple of things, I know where I can cut out some things. The flip chart is great. It gives you a guide. I think that the one that's on my website, that newer one, I think is more succinct, and it really helps you to keep it simple and short. But you got to make sure you aren't adding a whole bunch, or that you're not right? That you're a little bit more animated by holding up the product, by telling a little simple story, or giving an analogy, okay? So, okay, yeah, I covered it all. Wow, okay, good. All right, so most important part, this month. Now we know we're going to sell a ton of skincare sets. You're just going to, all right? Because you now are equipped in your mind. You're like, I can't wait to do my next party because it's going to be so good and effective and short and awesome. And I'm going to sell sets. So you have got to take advantage of this promo, you guys. I am so excited to make more money off of my skincare sales than I ever have before. Let me give you the math. And I want to explain it to you because seeing it in a picture and writing is one thing, but when I explain it to you, you're going to be like, holy cow, I know. All right. When you purchase, and this month, I'm going to stress that you only purchase skincare this month, that you hold off on all of the other things that hopefully you have it for your clients. If you have to order other things because people need it, fine. But in your order, outside of people needing it, even if you're low or out of it, unless someone needs it, don't order it. Focus on skincare, guys. This is how you're going to maximize your money. You're going to get more skincare than you're probably going to want to have on your shelf, normally. Of course, overstock, because this is why. You're going to get more than you need. You're going to sell it next month and the next month. When you do, You're only going to reorder what you would normally want to keep on your shelf, and with the money from the sales of the other skincare is where you're going to stock up on the other things you didn't order this month. That's when you're going to get your eye makeup removers and your charcoal mask or whatever. You can get charcoal mask this month, but I'm just saying, got it? So that's why just ordering these sets this month is going to give you so much more profit. Let me tell you, okay, you don't believe me. Let me show you. When you order 8 sets of a variety of sets, okay, a variety, it could be because it's botanicals, men's, the Clear Proof, Time Rose, whatever. So if you get a hodgepodge, a variety of all of them, this is not exact because it's mixed sets, but I did average, okay? So if you get 8 sets, that's 302 wholesale, that's 696 retail. That's $94 extra in profit. $94 extra in profit. That's just with a $300 order. Okay, 16 sets that are mixed, a variety, is a $605 wholesale order, so that's great. You get your bracelet. That's 16 sets, and that's $13.92 retail. So your extra profit is $192 extra profit. 28 sets gives you $1,000, $1,059. And your profits, the retail is $24.36. So you're getting a little shy of $400 extra profit. So not just $1,000 in profit with that order, but $1,400 in profit with that order. Profit. Use your brain. I'm so excited, right? That's why I'm getting all choked up. Okay, let's say you go, I'm just going to get all repair sets, because I want the biggest bang for my buck, and you can order less sets and get more. So the repair sets, if you order 4 repair sets, that comes to 356 wholesale, 820 retail. So that means that you're getting, normally that would be 7, you get 120 extra profit. 7 sets, you're getting an extra, it's a 624 order, you're getting an extra $200 profit, and 12 sets, this is the big whammy, you're getting $400 in extra profit. Crazy. So what I'm telling you is, and this is all going to be in writing for you, it's being posted. Let your money work. Be smart. Don't, please, you guys, really seriously. Okay, in closing, this is going to build, this is all married together. Perfecting your skincare party, so get your bookings in, because our book 10 is ending tonight at midnight. Tomorrow, I need to have your numbers by tomorrow, no later than 10 a.m. Central Time. No later than 10 a.m. Central Time, which is 11 Eastern, no later. You got to log it on our Mac Area app, how many bookings you have on your books for June, okay? So those bookings, remember, you're going to be ordering this skincare and making extra profit, and now you can start adding them onto your 100 sets in a year. Here's what I wanted to close with. Remember when I did and I gave you the link in Voxer, and I'll post it here, the link to the training I did. It's called The Power of 100. And I wanted to bring it up again since we're doing the Century Club and we're talking about selling 100 skincare sets in a year. I wanted to just close with this realization. How many of you have ever said before that you don't like to do something unless you can do it 100%? When are we ever 100% all the time with anything? I've learned that 100% means that I'm committed to not give up, that when I'm clocked in, I'm my best, that I don't take shortcuts, and that I learn my trade so that I'm one of the best. But it doesn't mean that I'm 100% nailing it every day or week or month. It doesn't mean I don't slip up or miss the mark, and it doesn't mean I'm putting 80 hours in. I want 100% of someone's heart more than their perfection, time, or knowledge. So think about 100 days. What if you gave your business 100 days of concerted effort? What if I gave you things to do each 100 days, like those 100 days of messages I've been sending? What if you did 100 faces in 100 days? What if you sold 100 skincare sets in a year? What if you shared the opportunity with 100 women in a year? That's sharing the opportunity with only 8 to 10 a month, you know. That's 2 to 3 new team members a month. If you just focused on the number 100, how radically different would your life be in 100 days, let alone in 1 year? See the power of 100. I'd say you were doing Mary Kay at 100% if you did those numbers, and that all probably equates to 15 hours a week and probably about $30,000 to $50,000 a year in income if you do the basic skincare training like I showed you. And in 6 months to a year, you'd be probably making 6 figures as a director if you worked these same numbers as a new director. 100 faces a year, that's 36 on skincare. 100 faces a year would probably mean that you would put skincare on 36, you would sell 36 skincare sets because that's about a third, right? So what if you did, that's 100 faces in a year. What if you did 100 faces in 90 days, another 90 days, another 90 days, another 90 days? Think of that. That would be more than 100 skincare sets. And if you only did 100 faces in a year and sold 36 skincare sets, okay, the smallest level, instead of doing it in 100 days, you just did 100 faces in a year and sold 36 skincare sets, that's about $10,000 a year income for 5 hours a week work. Where have you been focusing? If you're frustrated, I want you to feel hope now. I want these eyes to be opened up so that the eyes of your heart can be enlightened to know the hope to which He has called you, to the riches, the glorious inheritance of His people. It starts with mastering your trade. And our trade is we are skincare professionals, experts. We're skincare beauty consultants. When you master your trade and you work as unto the Lord, your harvest will be huge because you're following the desires of your heart, which is to make connections with women. And the women we have the deepest connection with are our clients that stay with us, which are our skincare clients. You guys, it's all tied together. Why are we making it complicated? Why are we making it negative or hard? I really hope that this empowers you to master the skincare class and to master the knowledge of skincare and following up with your skincare clients and working each party full circle, because skincare customers make great team members, and your income will increase and your stress and anxiety will decrease. And that is my hope for you. Financial freedom in 2017. Woo! Let's do it. Thanks for joining in, and more to come over the course of our next few hangouts to support you in this endeavor. Love you guys. Bye.